Alright, so this admittedly isn't very ideal, but the size of the package kind of required it. And this is actually something that I wanted to open on camera. Whether this gets used or not quite sure. I should know approximately what's in here, but Noodles said there was a bit of a surprise in here for me. So here's a little bit of background, right? Probably a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months. I'm not really 100% sure on the timeline anymore. Because it's just been a while and I've been so busy. You can hear my printers going on in the background. We're in kind of my new printing workshop area, different spot than usual. There's a little bit of background noise. Sorry, I can't help that. So, let's call it a month and a half. A month and a half ago, Noodles approached the Atian Armory Discord. And I probably butchered Atian. I don't remember how Curb says it. So yes, anyway, Noodles approached the Discord that I basically run single-handedly now, and asked, hey, is there anybody that can design a spring for me? Something along those lines. And I jumped at the opportunity. I've been trying to get somebody, I've been trying to get a larger shop to take me on as a kind of spring designer, like with my expertise. And there are some shops I just don't want to work with, some shops that just don't want to work with me. That's fine. Eventually I have enough money to do it all myself. But I jumped at the opportunity and we agreed to some terms. They wanted to build me they wanted me to design a 300 FPS spring for the BABP-EX. I don't know if that's the true name of it, but it's basically the BABP extended draw, which it's a very interesting blaster. I was really intrigued by it. It's very high efficiency for what it is, and it's really high efficiency for what it isn't as well. It's high efficiency in general, and he wanted. Actually, I don't actually know what their pronouns are, so I just keep saying there. They wanted 300 FPS with 1.2 gram blue dart, which is 1.188 grams actually, with the BABP-EX. Now, we went back and forth a little bit. The first design I came up with, honestly, I think was my best design, but there were a couple more parameters that Noodles wanted added in and stuff, and eventually we agreed. I was able to chase that goal and finally get a spring that both of us were somewhat happy with. When there's two people working on a project, there's always going to be a little bit of give and take. That's just how it is. We were able to get something that we liked, that we could both agree on, and we went straight to production, which probably not the best idea, but we did it. I don't know how many springs got made, in the hundreds, I think. Very first spring, pulled out of the box. By the way, 300 FPS average, not high, average. Right out of the box, 299 FPS average. With the design was well within what the dart tolerance, the blaster tolerance, and the spring manufacturing tolerance could allow to be possible. Like, the difference is so minuscule, there's no way to tell where the tolerance is that didn't get it to 300. 1 FPS. Now, that's probably not going to be the case for every spring. There's tolerance in the process, but still. And in return, let me get a little bit more comfortable here. And in return, Noodles initially wanted to pay me, quite handsomely, as a matter of fact. But I instead said, how about you make me a blaster? This is a really interesting project. I'm looking into something of very, very high power. I think this could be it for gameplay. So what's in here could end up being a gameplay blaster. Enough rambling. Let's get into it. There. Now, I'm expecting about roughly 2 dozen springs, a couple of variant internals, because the internals are so easy to get, to swap out. So I could go for 250, 300, 400, possibly 500. This blaster does have potential to hit 500 FPS with 1 grams. I think a couple of other variant springs, like I think there's a K18, a K24 in there. There's some, and then there's something else. There's another shroud in there because that's easy. But they did tell me that there was a surprise in here. So let's. Oh, there's a couple over here. Is there? I don't know. Hold on. Let's see. This dude, so we had talked a little bit about cases and whatnot, and I said, oh yeah, I can't. That's something I've been looking into. Can't really afford it. It's not really on the cards for me right now. And lo and behold, a rifle case. That is. Oh, here's some springs. That is way too much. That's way too much. So initially, with the springs being hundreds of dollars, he kind of said, oh yeah, just, like up to half of what the total cost of the springs I think is fair. And then he wanted to build me 2 blasters. He wanted to build me a standard and an EX. And I was like, no, that's too much. I can't, I don't feel right asking that much for my expertise. Instructions. And I think everything about the blaster is going to be in this case. Oh god, it's heavy. Ugh. Oh gosh. Let me check. Nothing else? Alright. I did rip this up a little bit, and I probably am never going to need a box this big, but we'll keep it. I don't even know what to say. This is a really nice case too. I was just gonna raw dog bring in my blasters, or this blaster anyway, but damn, this is really awesome. I really appreciate it, Noodles. We'll see if you can watch this. How do I? Ooh, the latches have buttons on the front. I don't even know if I'm in frame. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. That is magazines as well. Oh, do these not have springs in them? Probably not, huh? I might have to. But yeah, little short sniper spring. This is really, really nice. I'm gonna have to ask what springs go in these. But, oh gosh. As you can see, this is the Allen keys as well. As you can see, this is the BABP bolt action bullpup blaster. Now this, oh, there's more down in there. Hold up. Does this first little bit of foam come out? And there's stuff underneath it? Potentially. So, yeah. Got little extra little bits in here. So this, that's probably the K2024. This is the whole plunger system here. Catch, rollerized, 3D printed rollers? No, not 3D printed rollers. Bolt, so bolt. There have been some extra little changes done to the blaster to make it even more solid and stable, because this is going to be an extreme long range platform. That is just something else. This is another set. Carbon fiber. This one's printed, and I think this one's also carbon fiber. I thought I was getting an aluminum, a carbon fiber, and a printed one. Okay. Not complaining. I wasn't really too excited about the aluminum one, to be honest. A couple more plunger heads, fully kitted out plunger heads with 4 heat sets per. Looks like potentially a couple different types of bolt handles. I assume there's not another one in here. I'll have to ask. I'm not going to pull it all apart just to check. But let's take these and put this piece of foam back in here. This is insane. Flat out insane. I mean, and I could also adjust this potentially. So if I wanted to carry different springs, I could, or flip this up and then there's more. Oh gosh. All right, let's get to the blaster. That's real nice. What is that sound? Is that like a detent? Sorry, probably out of shot. There might be a detent of some type in there to keep it down, because when I open it, I can hear a click, and when I close it, I hear a click. So you can also see this bolt handle, metal, 3D printed metal, probably SLS or DMLS metal. that is something that we had talked about a little bit, especially because I'm wanting to go super high FPS. I'm wanting to put a full Type 21 RS spring, 21 kilograms, into this blaster and hit 400 FPS. Oh, let me adjust again. Oh, I'm sitting on the floor. 400 FPS. You're probably seeing my dirty ass feet too. 400 FPS, 1.3 gram saber darts is the goal with this blaster. This is a very beautifully made blaster. It's long, but not insanely long. And I can... Weird. There's some weirdness there. So, if I pull this back a little bit, and it gets pushed up, there's kind of like a stop there that wants to cam itself down, and then you can do it, and then it goes down. Interesting. Not 100% sure what's up with that. But carbon fiber. This is also a massive plunger tube. It doesn't feel that big, honestly. But, I mean, that's because I've been handling Radson plunger tubes. Oh, that doesn't... Oh, there's multiple... Oh, interesting. So, there's this little cheek riser type thing, and there's 3 spots on the bottom. It's only held in by one set of screws, which kind of makes it a little bit flimsy. I would have... I mean, beggars can't be choosers. I didn't beg. Okay, both front and back. Really thin. Let me check something. Okay, gravity drop max. This doesn't have a spring in it either. I'm gonna have to find out what those springs are. But Talon mag compatible. That's a little Talon mag compatible. There are pins and such in here. This is probably not super tensioned together. I'll have to I haven't even... Yeah, it's definitely not, because everything's moving in there. I'll have to ask. All of this down here... Oh gosh, that's cool. All of this down here, spot for Picatinny or other attachments if you want it. I just wanted a little short length of Picatinny. This is the rail, the railgun shroud. There is kind of like an M-lock type shroud in the front, up here. I don't even know if that's in. Big plunger tube, big plunger tube. Same as, actually, it's pretty much the exact same as the Ranger, which is good. I have some extra stuff I can mess around. It's also coax, which means that the barrel is coaxial, which it means shares the same axis as the plunger tube. It's kind of like the long shot, the X-Shot long shot, or the Fury X, or the Taurus, if you are familiar with that. Bullpup, just on the edge of... Interesting. Ah, okay. That is... This thing is so cool. I'm so bad with my words. It's really hard to... It's really hard to actually fully express myself and how excited I am for this. That's a nice touch. That's a nice touch. The butt plate is TPU. My dirty ass fingernails. It's TPU. So it gives it, yeah, that is so nice. This blaster is really good. It is so cool, and the case is just so awesome. When he said that he had a surprise for me, in the back of my mind, I knew that it was going to be a case, because we had talked about it, and I couldn't think of anything else. Gosh. This blaster is so pretty. It's so pretty. And I've been... there's a place to store it now, too, so it's not going to get... Oh, gosh. That is a tight fit in this thing. Oh, my gosh. Holy crap. This is the nicest Nerf thing that I own. Just absolutely. This is very expensive. Like, I imagine that a blaster like this, to this spec, all the customizations with four extra mags. I mean, if I want long mags, I could also put them in here. 4 extra mags. An extra plunger assembly. 2 extra plunger head assemblies. An extra bolt assembly. An extra shroud. Yeah, this is definitely... This is also TPU? Is that... No, that's not TPU. But, yeah. The cheek riser is also TPU. It has multiple little spots you can, like, put your, like, you can move it to. Is that... That's printed. Okay. I thought, is that carbon fiber? Oop. This thing's slick. There's carbon fiber in this, like, I don't know, a few places in this blaster. This is a beautiful blaster. And then there's space up here. If I wanted to put a scope, I could fit a scope up here. As long as it wasn't massive. Or I could just fit other accessories. I'm speechless. This is a beautiful, beautiful build. And is this black screws as well on this shroud? Which, oh, you know what I could... I doubt I could get Hawkeye to do it. This is the first blaster. I'm pretty sure that's a thumb screw. This is the first blaster or anything that I've ever had that uses thumb screws. And Hawkeye makes thumb screws that have a radioactive logo on them because his sign is also a radioactive logo. It's a somewhat common logo. I wonder if I can convince him to make 2 in this size. I'm trying to convey my feelings on this, but if I wasn't doing a video, I'd be completely speechless. This is the nicest thing I own. This is nicer than my printers. Oh gosh. This is incredible. This color is beautiful. The print quality is really, really good. Everything fits together exceptionally well. Apparently this hit like 350 with 1.3 grams. in testing, which, if you know me, you know I am going to go all out on this thing. I'm going to push it to the limit. Yeah, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. That's probably a K18 in that. And then, yeah, of course, a bunch of springs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, roughly 20 springs. I think those will actually fit in a Ranger. I'm going to do a full video on these later. Yeah. Well, I've wasted enough of your time just gushing over this beautiful, beautiful blaster. Expect to see more on this. Need to get a whisker for it. So the scar, this thing is actually pretty customized for me. Custom length barrel. This is one of the longest BAPs. Is it Titan that way? I'll have to consult him on the user manual. Or them, yeah, I don't know their pronouns, but just beautiful, beautiful blaster. A little bit customized. The railgun is customized to the length of the barrel that I want to use, which is way longer than what stock is. I'm wanting to use a specific accuracy attachment, and again, I don't even know if this is still in focus. I wanted to use a specific accuracy attachment, and they widen, like they spec'd the shroud to it. They gave me a metal bolt. You can kind of see it through there. One of only a few, and actually both of my very high FPS blasters are bolt action and have a metal bolt. Very nice trigger. Like, I can just tell it's gonna be really nice. TPU in spots. Beautiful, beautiful blaster. So yeah, expect more from this. I am gonna push it to 400 on the 20 kilogram, and I might push to 500 on the 26 K11 or the 26 kilogram K11 that I am going to. I definitely have to throw it in this thing now. Too many considerations have been done to make this thing strong enough to succeed. It's also. Yeah, I'm done rambling. I'm done rambling. Thank you so much, Noodles. This is a beautiful build. I would have never been able to put together anything half as good as this by myself. I'll talk. I'm sure we'll talk before you see this video. But this is radioactive, and I hope that you have at least half as good a day as what I'm having right now. Alright, I'll see you later.